cameras like I did when I was 9, 'cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost the time. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple 'cause it feels like a lie. We play Halo and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but not learn too much, 'cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. They've been with me for some time, and it's nice to know that they still by my side. Friends are like stars, 'cause no matter how far, when it's dark outside, they will be your light. We played Halo and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but now learn too much, 'cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. Months go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. Years go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime.
my fault, man. I thought you were about me already. I just rolled the person he got into the wall. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I thought.
Welcome everyone here tonight as we're live right here in Portland. I tell you what, the sun is in the air. The Cup cars are out on the track and they are conquering what could be one of the toughest road course events to date here on the network as they are going to conquer Portland. That's right, I said Portland, not ordinarily a Cup track, but we're making it a Cup track here tonight as these guys are going to have to conquer this beast. And I've raced here before. It is extremely technical. I will tell you why. There's high S's you got to conquer, and they're not high speed. They are throttle control and finding the right rhythm to go through them. To top it off, you can see throttle on the exit is going to be critical for these guys as you can find yourself finding a wall really quick. You're just going to have to let it rip and hope the car sticks, as this is the PGR Trevor Project 90 right here on the Blackout Racing Network by myself, Brandon Smith. And you know, I got a few guys that are in the chat here. We're going to go talk to them real quick, and we're going to see how they feel about coming to Portland for the first go around here and seeing how they feel here tonight. And we're going to talk to sponsor of tonight's race event, the driver of the Trevor Project 07 Ford Mustang, Doug Ward. Dougie boy.
Hey there.
Man, here tonight, it is the Trevor Project event. I know you're excited. The QR code is up. It's been tested. Don't worry, I got it at the opening and stuff like that. But tonight, what can we expect drivers to have a challenge with? I mean, you're out there ripping it. I know you put a lot of practice in as a very skilled road course guy. What do you think their challenge might be?
Big challenge number one, earn one chicane. That's going to be, I think, where we see a lot of issues today. It's a very, very tough chicane for these cars. Not a lot of grip over there. And starts and restarts, we're going to be bunched up there. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a couple cautions from that chicane alone.
That chicane. So I went and did some testing myself. You know, I'm under the impression that it's the breaking point / downshifting. What's the difficulty you are discovering as a driver from the driver point out there right now?
Right now, it's, you gotta really press down the brakes for a lot of these turns, and I'd say it's maybe not that intuitive. It would be, I think, more brake than you'd be expecting for a lot of these turns, and I think that's going to trip some people up if they haven't done extensive practicing of this specific combo like I've been doing for the past while, just because it's, it's tough. There's not a lot of grip out here. The track temp is high, not incredibly high like it used to be. I talked to Perry and got him to lower it just so it would be a little easier on the guys who aren't quite as good at road courses, and but it's still going to be tough. It's still going to be real tough, just finding grip, being consistent, and making speed, because a lot of these sections you feel like you're on the very edge of grip. Feels very bumpy, feels like you could lose the car at any point, and you just have to trust it.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to let you get to it. Good luck here tonight, and hopefully you find success.
Hopefully. The only person I can see being a barrier to that is Jesse Erdmann. I think he's the only one really tonight that I'm worried about.
All right, man. Well, good luck.
Good luck. Donate to the Trevor Project.
Thank you. And Doug Ward, absolutely right. On the opening, you will see a QR code. Hit that QR code. It'll take you exclusively towards it. Otherwise, if you look very carefully, I'll go to this screen right here. Guess what? There's the QR code. Hit that QR code. Donate to an amazing cause as they are helping teens in the LGBTQ community. And now let's go to Marty Van Escayan and see how he's feeling. Marty.
Hey, Smith, how's it going?
Yeah, knew I was gonna pull you in here tonight. You got the machine out. You're ripping some laps. How you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. Road courses were never my specialty, and this is tough conditions out here today. But I'm hoping that if I can keep it consistent and kind of rear gunner for Douglas, we might be able to pull something interesting off.
Road courses. We've seen you steadily improve on some tracks. This one is going to be a struggle for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's slippery out here today. The road conditions are interesting. But also, it's one of the few tracks I've actually ever been to in real life, so I'd like to do well here. We'll see. I'm hoping if I can just have a decent run, not do anything too crazy one way or the other, and see what I can do to help Douglas get further up. I think we can have a pretty fun race for Wildberry.
All right, man. Well, good luck, and hopefully we see some success here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's Marty Van Escayan. And that is my wife with is she giving me an FU sticker? That is not supposed to be in a chat. CY1FU. I don't know how to take that. I really don't. I think she's just being nutty. But I guess that's a new chat name for her. as she just smacked me for that one. But hey, let's hear from a man who can find himself on his lip. His name is Flipper, or Gabriel Garcia. Gabe.
What's going on?
Man, you got into this thing. You're currently doing fairly solid. How do you feel?
Worried. Very worried.
You're very, very worried. Why is this?
This track, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but it's not made for this car. This car doesn't like this track very much.
Oh, I see. So, hold on real quick, everybody. I got somebody bothering me in the booth here. All right, I guess Pickles agreed to calling my wife Jenna nutty, and definitely had my back. And you know what? They're both kind of nutty. So you know what? The Pickle report is they're nutty. We got squirrels loose in the booth. as I'm really going to get in trouble. But Gabe, thank you for holding me in tight here. But yeah, so as we were saying, you're out there, you're putting up a good time. Are you having difficulty getting around the track?
The problem isn't getting around the track, it's more feeling comfortable while getting around the track. And you don't want to feel uncomfortable while being around these other drivers. It's not a good thing to feel.
All right. Well, hopefully you can get it dialed in, man. I would like to see what you can do.
We appreciate it.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll get you down to ratio, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, here you go. So Flipper is feeling a little bit great. We got all sorts of fun stuff going on. No, we're not doing round one, all right? I used to do something similar to that. I can't do that anymore. Chucky, you can't park there, buddy.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Man, you're coming in here. Definitely not a road course guy, but how are you feeling here tonight?
I tested earlier in the week and was able to keep it on the track. So just going to try to keep it on the track and finish the race.
Yeah, you know, as you come across this, what kind of challenges are you having so far?
Well, just getting my braking right. You know, it's wanting to be real touchy and kind of spin out under braking. So just getting my braking points right is the biggest challenge.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to get you out of here so you get plenty of practices here. Good luck.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. So there was Chucky, and now let's hear from Elliot Jacobson. Elliot.
Hello there.
Man, you're coming in here tonight. How are you feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty good. Ready to give this R5 a shot. And
so, oh yeah, that's right. You recently updated the wheel. One with the R5. Got to tell you, it can't be more stoked. I use a Mosin myself. They are an actual really good beginner wheel. I'm, however, going to probably wind up updating my stuff eventually to an R9 or an R12 because I like a little bit more realism out of it with a little bit more force feedback. I want to feel like I'm driving something with no anything. Sorry, Jamie. But when you're out there with the new R5, how's it feeling when you're getting there? Is it still kind of adjustment?
definitely a major adjustment, but the more laps I put on it, the better I feel. I don't know. We'll see. I just got to not spin the car out.
All right, man. Well, good luck. I'll let you keep after it.
Same to you.
Thank you. And what chat were you in there, buddy?
Solo.
All right, I'll get you down there. There we go. Elliot's running, so he's riding solo, everybody. And now let's hear from Robert Lawson. Robert. Oh,
Hey.
Man, it looks like you're getting ready to log in. How do you feel coming here to Portland?
Oh, I'm not racing tonight. I'm just spectating.
Just spectating. Why?
Nah. I'll just be at everybody's way tonight.
You know what? You know what? Robert will be the first time I ever do this. Robert, you are now in the official blackout roasting chair.
That's okay. That's okay.
All right, you're ready for this one.
I'm making no enemies tonight.
This will be like a blast / eye opener / a learning lesson, we'll call it. So school is in session, Robert. I will tell you something that every driver out here knows, that you do not get better by hiding behind a pit wall. Don't be a wussy. Stand on the throttle. Okay, get in there, rip some laps, because unfortunately, you know what? If you can't rip the laps, you're never going to get better, and you can't be scared of it. You got to just go with the flow and try it. So a little friendly type deal, buddy. I had to do it. The roasting chairs in session. What intimidates you about a road course? You're a driver. Word driver. Drive anything with wheels and rip it till it goes, the tires fall off, buddy.
this was Watkins Glen, I'd be there in a heartbeat. I'm just trying not to make any enemies yet. I'm still
You're not
kinda
gonna
new
make.
here.
How are you gonna make enemies if you're not on the track?
Exactly.
You go. You know what? Just I can do it. I'm the broadcaster, and I can do it.
Want to drive my car for me tonight?
No, it's your responsibility to drive your own car.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I tell you what. If you give me all your championship points,
You can have everything. Yep, you can have all of them.
You give me all your championship points. The points count towards me, and then you know what? You do what I do. Okay, I'll wait.
You can have them.
I'm waiting for you to start calling this thing.
You can have them.
Why do I gotta go out there and do your job? You go out there, you drive it. Dang it.
Nah, not on this track here.
Man, you know what? We're gonna send you to the Powder Puff group, man. That's where you're going.
That's okay. That's better than making a bunch of enemies tonight.
Yeah, you know, like I said, Robert, you can't make enemies if you're hiding behind a pit wall when it comes to road course.
That's exactly correct. I agree.
All right, man. Well, hopefully we see you in the next one. Oh, wait, we probably will because you don't have right and left turns. Good luck with that plan.
All right, man. Love Watkins Glen. Love Watkins Glen. Can't wait for him to do that one.
All right, I'll let you get at it. Good luck. Robert Lawson's, get him out of here. He's in the rose chair for today. Now it's the Jesse Erdmann.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, I had to roast Robert in the chair here. First time roast for everything. He's hiding behind a pit wall. But you're here tonight as like the road course master, and just 2 weeks ago you had a win. Is it safe to say you are going to try to get that finish again?
I mean, yeah, I'll definitely try for it. Feel pretty good about it, so we'll see what happens.
How's it feeling out there?
It's just acclimating to the pace of the track. It feels like it should be real fast, but it's actually a little. You need to kind of hold it back a little bit. It's a little slippery in places, but I think it's kind of a fun little track.
All right. Well, we'll see how the network likes it after tonight's race here. Hopefully, it's pretty competitive
as I
all
go
around.
off track.
You cannot park there, sir. That's not the track. But yes, road course drivers, obviously, like ones that ran at IndyCar ran here, are going to have a little bit more track knowledge than what some of these other guys will.
Yeah, this track's really fun in an IndyCar. It's a little clunky in spots in the Cup car, but really I think it's kind of fun.
All right, man. Well, I'll get you down to the guys. Good luck here tonight, and I'm guessing the general blown tire is still getting here.
Yeah.
All right. I'll get you out of here. Good luck.
All right, bud. Thank you.
Thank you. So that was Jesse Erdmann. Okay, hopefully Jamie will get into the chat sometime so I can talk to him. He's our race reporter. He's also reporting from Teal. You know what? Why did they leave the pit reporter at the shop? Did you? Oh, my bad, Jamie. I think I'm the one that locked the trailer that left you in the spot that we can't figure out. My bad, dude. My bad. I shouldn't have left you in that spot. I just got it. I'm sure I'll remember once the night's over. But here tonight, seriously, it is for a great event. If you go into here, tonight's race sponsor is the Trevor Project. If you want to pass a donation, hit that QR code in the bottom right corner of the screen there. It'll take you exclusively to the website. They're aiming to get $1,000 raised here tonight for this amazing cause. It helps suicide prevention amongst the LGBTQ community. And, you know, just because you're a little different, it doesn't mean you should go and you shouldn't be treated different just because you are different. I'll put it that way. So go ahead, donate to an amazing cause. And I do know somebody who can tell you about this community a little bit more. Let's see here. Doug Ward.
Hey there.
I got the QR code up. Tell them about the Trevor Project.
Well, the Trevor Project is a charity organization that provides suicide prevention and crisis management resources to young members of the LGBTQ community. It's a cause that I think needs help now more than ever, and it's one close to me that I think is very important.
Yes, you know, like I was telling the fans out there, just because you're different doesn't mean you have to be treated different. And I feel
Absolutely.
that's what leads to half the problems we have. People are people.
Absolutely.
Everybody's the same. They just might have a little bit different likes and dislikes. Let's say it that way.
Absolutely, Brandon.
Did I word that correct? I hope so. I'm bad at English.
I think what you've said there couldn't be closer to the truth. I think you're exactly right.
All right, man. Well, thank you for coming on up here to explaining this amazing cause, what they help, and what
My
they
pleasure.
do. And the QR code, everybody, bottom right of the screen. Hit that. It'll bring you right to the link. Working to aim to raise $1,000 for this cause. But you know what? You don't have to stop at 1,000. You can stop at 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 1 million. Who knows? It can go. The sky's the limit. Just open up your hearts to an amazing cause. Thank you, Doug. I'll let you get back at it.
All right.
Thanks. So Doug Ward, everybody, driver of the Trevor Project, Ford Mustang out in front. And you know what? I don't have my... he's not in here. Jamie Pugh, everybody, needs to get in here. Turn the light switch on underneath the mushroom. It's under by the toolbox, by the door. Yes, by the door. It would never be with any mushrooms that might be hallucinogenic. Just saying. But just saying, in Amsterdam, it could be legal. So hopefully these guys are aiming to make a good start. Jamie Pugh, everybody in the chat, he is the resident spotter for most people. I think he's still trying to get to the track. We do have Kurt Bray showing up to the field as we are moments away from getting this one back to this, as I just go and just double check the tower here. It's not really giving me a time limit here. Looks like we got about just under 20 minutes remaining of practice here, so I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Once I decide who I'm going to pick, let's see here. What? I haven't done this one. We're going to go with done by Eric Whitaker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and
All right, everybody. I am back. What a great deal. I do have to say that was done by the Eric Whitaker Singers and Grace Davidson. So not just Eric Whitaker. It didn't sound like Eric was actually in that one. However, we do have him in here, our race reporter down on the track, Jamie Pugh. Let's bring him on up. Jamie.
Brandon Smith.
The anticipation's mounting for this here tonight, you know, and drivers are coming into this. We know we're missing a couple just yet. We're not going to see the full extent of how these guys are. But what kind of anxiety are you hearing down on the track side? How are people feeling about tonight?
I mean, from the sounds of things, you know, obviously I'm not there. I got left at the shop. But from the sounds of things, it sounds like everybody's complaining about, you know, just being nervous. And, you know, they really just got to be smooth, take their time, keep the car on the track, keep it in one piece. And, you know, they'll be around at the end.
Yeah, so when it comes to road, you know, some people say it's been an argument that's been done before where people are like, oh, the Cup car performs like a GT3. I will tell you right now that is not the case. It is far from it. There's only one car that will perform nearly like a GT3. It was made by Hendricks, and it's the Garage 56. As far as I'm aware of now, Jamie, you're a NASCAR resident expert. Is that the case?
Yeah, I mean, to the best of my knowledge, the Garage 56 program is, you know, the closest thing to that, which is still vastly different than these Cup cars that we're racing here at Portland tonight. So, you know, these Cup cars, they're big, they're heavy, they're boxy, and they're going to eat up some curbs.
Do you think drivers are going to struggle when it comes to, you know, they get the throttle control aspect on the turns?
I mean, I think they're going to struggle all the way around the corner. I mean, it starts on corner entry. You know, you get down in the corner and try and slow down, you wheel hop, you know, next thing you know, now the tires broke loose, and then you're just along for the ride through the whole corner. I mean, you got to be smooth from the minute you get in the brake zone.
All right, well, you did that one. You know, we're still waiting to see a few more drivers here. And I'll bring you back on board later on here to see either how everything's going, or as I'm sure you're watching the stream right now, I thought you bought the track and we're here.
Well, you see, we're missing somebody, right? Well, they haven't quite made it there yet, so I can't get in.
Oh, that one person, the qualifying arrive and drive.
Yeah, the arrive and drive driver hasn't quite made it to the racetrack yet, so as soon as he gets there, I'll be able to board my flight and make it to Portland, but he's cutting it a little close.
Well, that's just it. I think I might have got Donkey Kong to be your pilot.
Oh, great. Oh, that's lovely.
I'm trying to remember the full extent of everything because I knew I was like, I'm going to make this complicated for him. Now, I know I hit the hauler. I parked it somewhere. Last time I checked, it was in some country with a black, yellow, and red flag.
I did hear rumblings that the car went missing somewhere. The hauler's across the pond. I don't really know what's going on.
And then, of course, I think I had either Donkey Kong or Mario said they would gladly fly you in, not a problem. But I think I might have given them misdirections on where to go. I don't remember the whole conversation because honestly, during the whole time, I was kind of watching another TV show or drinking my Mountain Dew.
I expect nothing less from you. You had one job. Just set up the flight plan so I could make my flight, make it out there.
I set up the flight plans and everything. What are you talking about? Those flight plans, the hauler plans, it was all set in motion. It was perfect.
Oh, great. So I could end up anywhere. That's awesome.
Don't worry. I think I booked you somewhere. I'm almost positive I didn't send you any.
Well, hopefully it's somewhere.
We're in Portland right now, right?
That was the understanding.
You know what? I might have accidentally booked it for Paducah.
That's lovely. Well, I don't have a passport, so I'm gonna get across the border,
Well,
but I ain't coming back.
No,
Thanks.
Paducah, I think, is in Illinois.
Oh, see how geography I am.
All right. Well, if you make it, you make it. Good luck.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good one.
By the way, airplane charges are not going to get reimbursed. Good luck.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Jamie Pugh, everybody, great guy. He's also our race reporter here for tonight. Everybody out there, we forgot. Jamie, we forgot.
Brandon Smith.
We
Oh,
forgot
yeah?
So our driver picks.
Oh, yes. Can't forget those.
Our driver picks, man. You know, and we've both been tracking who's been practicing, who hasn't. So, who's your pick here tonight? I had it last week.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's a couple guys that have been practicing all week long. Actually, realistically, 2 weeks because we've been off for 2 weeks now. And I think this guy's got a real shot tonight. I'm going to go with Doug Ward.
Doug Ward tonight. Oh, all right. So that's a solid pick. He has been practicing 2 weeks. He's been up there on the top of the board. He's safe. Yeah, I'd say that's a good one. And of course, he's sponsored tonight's race, so he's got to be fired up. I think he's got to be fired up.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the pace. He's sponsoring the race. Like, everything's going in the right direction for him.
Emily, just because I gave you a free night away from him to go into Paducah and all over half the country, and because I booked his tickets wrong, you know what? I didn't mess up nothing. He told me to.
Oh, boy. She's watching the stream, too, so thank you.
You're welcome. But, you know, now that we got it, so you choose Doug Ward, obviously good contender, good top of the board mix. You know, and I'm not, you know what? I'm going to pick him here tonight. I think he's got a real shot. I also know he's been dipping his toes in the road racing immensely the past couple of weeks. He's been putting on a continuous improvement. I think Jamie knows where I'm going with this. My driver tonight and driver to watch is going to be Gabe Garcia in that Redlands 00 car doing it for Devin.
Wow, that's not out of the ordinary, but wow, that's a strong pick. I think he's got a shot. You know, he's been doing a lot more road stuff and getting better each and every time he's out there.
Yeah, not to mention, I happen to know he's been doing LMP3s lately, GT4s, dipping his hands in anything that moves. He's my driver to pick tonight.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be one to watch.
All right, well, Jamie, we got that out of the way. Why is there no sound? I got sound, dude.
You're good
Jamie,
on my end, too. I have the stream open. Yep,
I think Chucky has one problem with his headset. Recheck your stuff. All right, we're going to get you down to the guys, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Jamie is giving me some insight. Here he is. Finally, he gets here. Team Arrive and Drive. And we'll go check in with Brandon Perry. Brandon Perry. Brandon? Perry?
Brandon Smith, how it goes, my friend?
Man, you jumped in there. I got you this time. Snagged you right up.
Yep.
But here tonight, you know, it's Portland. First time with this group, these cars. How do you feel about tonight?
I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to race the layout. I'm a little nervous as well because I haven't got much practice in. But I am excited. I think it'll put on a pretty exciting race. You know, there might be some checkers and wreckers going on because you might see some crashes, especially in turn one there, or people might even just, you know, drive off the track themselves. These next-gen cars are so hard to drive on a road course. It's unbelievable. But I'll tell you what, you know, the Xfinity Series went here in real life, and they put on one heck of a race that I watched So I know you can get some great racing here. We've also raced IndyCar here and had some great racing in the IndyCar. So I'm still pretty hopeful that we can, have some good racing. I know guys that were practicing over the last week or two said that, the layout was pretty tough. So I can imagine it being tough in the next gen. So I'm trying to sign into the server here to just even get a lap in, but I probably won't. So I'll just try to have to see how the car feels during qualifying. But yeah, man, 45 laps here in a tough car on a tough track. So we'll see we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's how I feel about Portland.
All right, man. And how do you feel about us raising money for an amazing cause such as the Trevor Project? I mean, aiming to earn $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Sky's the limit. People, open your wallets as we are here to also raise some money for an amazing cause.
Yeah, PGR works with a lot of charities, and we never discriminate that. We're glad to help everyone and all. I've always had this thing of respect for all, so I'm glad and super happy to work with the Trevor Project to raise money to help young individuals, to feel better and just do better and get the support that they need. And I know the Trevor Project does that. So big shout out to our sponsor tonight, the Trevor Project, and thank you to Doug Ward for bringing them on.
In other words, see that logo bottom right? Yep, that QR code. Yep, hit that code and you'll be able to get you right in there.
Yeah, Doug's a great guy, great driver. So it doesn't shock me that he's helping to raise money to help people out. So yeah, great guy, and we're glad to be here and glad to help.
All right, man. Well, I'll get you back to it. Good luck here tonight, and hopefully.
Yeah. Hey, but quickly before I go, we obviously coming off the win at Atlanta, and that was awesome. Super happy to be back on track. But big shout out to my spotter, Jamie Pugh, has come on board this season to spot. And it's been a huge help, huge advantage having him on board and helping me out, letting me know what I need to do weekly. And he was a huge part of that win. So I definitely want to make sure he gets the credit that he deserves. We appreciate you, Jamie Pugh, and thank you very much for helping me get that win in Atlanta.
That's all because he forgot to say it after the Atlanta win.
Pretty much. I did forget. I was just in that heat of the moment of getting the dub and forgot to thank one of the more important people that helped me get there. So I wanted to make sure that I got him this week for sure.
Yeah, don't worry. You'll forget something. We know you're getting old and everything else. Hey, Perry, welcome to the roasting chair. Robert Lawson was already here.
Awesome. Well, yeah, you're going to have to put me back down because I'm still not in the session, and I need to figure out what's going on with my PC.
All right, gotcha.
All right, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
Thank you. So Brandon Perry, technical difficulties so far. He's got to work on getting that engine fired up. There's Robert Lawson, getting ready. He's stepping out, saying, "Oh my, is that car has seen better days." Here's Kurt Bray. Looks like he's just having some, just testing out, just mowing the lawn a little bit. So as we come to showtime here, we are just about 2 minutes away. We got to hear those famous words so we can get this thing kicked off and doing it the right way. Mr. Jamie Pugh.
Brandon Smith.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Well, here tonight, we got the cars. We got an official race out there. We got 9 cars that are showing up. But, it can't be an official race. I feel like we're forgetting something. Perry, I think you might have found the hauler, which would have let you out because I think I trapped you in his hauler. So we got that straightened out. So we're thinking we're missing something.
Yeah, I think there's like a special set of words that needs to be said before we can really kick this thing off.
Do you know the words?
I do know the words.
Okay, let's see what your words are, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
Brandon Smith for the win.
Oh, here, I'll help you out. I'll say it. I got it here tonight, Jamie. Don't you worry. You ready for this one?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the baddest grid on the planet. They come from outer space. They drive spaceships. They raid from all parts around the world. Introducing the Prime Grid Racing Cup Series here at Portland. And guess what? They are going to start their engines right now because they're spaceships and they got push buttons and everything else. God bless America. God bless the USA. This Blackout Racing Network where I always do things bigger than everybody else. Statement for anybody watching, as I am only going bigger, and you'll find out why after tonight's show with a very special announcement. And Jamie, I'm going to get you out of here. How's that?
Oh, that was awesome, buddy.
All right, man. I'll get you out of here. Good luck here tonight, and make sure he doesn't crash.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. Jamie Pugh is going to make sure he doesn't crash. My wife is going, he's going to crash. It goes, meow. We all know who she's talking about, but my amazing wife, Jen, everybody, if you do not know, she is a big part behind the scenes, helping me with social media and everything else. Jenna Lee Lockwood Smith is also the flag woman here tonight. She is going to be our Barney, and she's going to control the flag. She's going to wave it like she don't care and put her hands in the air when everybody wins. And she's also going to start off the wave. Just saying, she's going to start the wave. Charles Balance, Marty Van Doug Ward, Kurt Bray on track. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to go to a brief commercial break for Trevor Project as we get this grid set.
Let the animals
Starting to clock in. Kurt Bray goes top shelf with a 1:14.79. Marty with a 1:29.8. That's pretty slow around here considering practice times. They're running really fast. You know, we also have Charles Balance out in that Blackout Motorsports machine with Doug Ward starting to clock some times in, I think. Yep, Doug Ward, top of the board. He was also one of the drivers to watch. 1:14.436, the time to beat. Man, what a time that was. That was a pretty good pace. 0.3 in front of Kurt. Marty looks like he's starting to steadily get to grips. We got Elliot Jacobson, Gabriel Garcia out on track. Jesse Erdmann getting on track. We're still patiently waiting for Brandon Perry to get locked in. He's having a little bit of technical difficulties with his PC or his engine, so hopefully he does not have an engine failure here tonight. as he was expected to get here hopefully earlier than later, but it happens. As Jesse Erdmann crossed the line, he just came out. He is on his flying lap now. Nope, that was his flying lap. He goes to P3 with a 1:15.03, the PGR machine, and he's still gonna go. All right, so we are absolutely flying. And yes, after the race, stay tuned for a very special announcement brought by the Blackout Racing Network for what's to come in the near future. As if you happen to know what it is, don't say it. But if you do know what it is, just keep it to yourself. If you don't know what it is, keep watching. You'll find out. If you do know what it is, keep your mouth shut. Don't say it. That's my job to say it at the end of the night. Still got a few drivers out there clocking in some times. Of course, if we see a multi-car incident here tonight, then of course a full course caution will come out. Also, another thing, we'll be watching some other stuff, but let's go to tonight's race info and see what we're cooking. This is the Trevor Project 90 right here on the Blackout Racing Network. Track length is 1.94 located in Portland. It's current track temp is at 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Weather outside is 66 degrees, partly cloudy. As we go into this thing, though, we're gonna have to do this. I did not prepare too much in front of everything here, so bear with me here. As we are gonna go talk about points coming into this one, as I get this switched out a little bit. There we go. So as we get across the line and everybody's still clocking in and everything, Jesse Erdmann actually goes top shelf. He's 1:14.08. Great time out of him. But as we look at tonight's current point standings coming into this, there we go. All right, so we'll put up our points board real quick and we'll go blaze through this thing. Rob Shaw up front. He's not here right now. Kurt Bray, second place. He's going to pick up the pace from Jesse Erdmann, Brandon Perry. Jack Scoville's not here. Ben Madden's not here. Gabe Garcia, Doug Ward, Robert Lawson are going to pick up some extra points. Mike Corvo, Elliot Jacobson is going to pick up some points. Charles Balance is going to pick up some points. Landon Bednar, Nick Bentz, Landon Bednars, and Emilio Romero are not here right now. So guess what? There is a lot of points to gain, and guys that show up are definitely going to pick up some positions. We could see that standings board go upside down after tonight. We do, however, have just under 3 minutes remaining. Everybody has qualified. Doug Ward is taking some more extra laps. And it looks like currently Jesse Erdmann will sit on pole. So let's bring him on up here and see how he feels here tonight. Jesse. Jesse?
Yeah.
It looks like you got the pole award here in Portland. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. It was, it's good to be on pole. It was kind of a sloppy lap, but it was good.
Yes. I mean, you see guys out there. Obviously, Doug Ward's laps aren't going to count. I don't think. As I think he already did his 2 laps. But, any shout outs you got to do for anybody that might be watching, cheer you on in that number 45 machine for your pole award?
Just shout out to anybody out there watching. Hopefully you have a fun time watching us.
All right, man. Well, good luck, and I'll get you down to the guys, and it looks like everybody left your chat, too.
Yeah,
all right, I'll get you down there. So Jesse Erdmann, everybody, our pole award tonight. Just under a minute and a half left to get this one sent off. Don't go anywhere.
out that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and seeking human victims.
As we get ready to go green here at Portland, the anticipation is mounting. The cars are set. Let's go to tonight's grid. On pole will be the old one-liner, Jesse Erdmann in that number 45 Toyota Camry, followed by Trevor Project's own Doug Ward in the 07 Ford Mustang. The mystery man, Kurt Bray, will bring up the second row on the inside, I believe, in third position. In that number 99 Chevrolet Camaro, followed by Gabe Garcia doing it for Devin in the number 0 Redlands Chevrolet Camaro. And then right behind them, they have Marty Van Ascayan rocking a little bit for the Marines and every other military thing out there in the number 33 Ford Mustang. And of course, we got Elliot Jacobson in that number 13 Liquid Death Chevrolet Camaro, followed by Robert Lawson in the Race Lab Chevrolet Camaro, the number 47. Then we got, of course, Brandon Perry, the Mean Green 21 Machine Toyota Camry, ready to throw down, followed by Blackout Zone Charles Balance, bringing up the rear in that number 41 Chevrolet Camaro. The grid is set. Let's make some noise. Jenna's got her hands in the air like she don't care. It's fine for Prime Grid Racing right here on Blackout Racing Network. As we get ready to come to the line, they're coming down the front stretch now. Check these guys out. They scream right past the box here. Get it. Let's go. It's going to be green flag, and away we go here at Portland for the first time. Oh my. Robert Lawson pulls back. He is out of this one. He's back. There's screaming in turn 1. Jesse Erdmann inside line. Kurt Bray, Doug Ward. Door to door already. As Kurt Bray holds it together, gets the inside line some more. Doug Ward, Kurt Bray beating each other to the punch. We're side by side here at Portland. Not giving an inch here. And Kurt Bray gains the position. Jesse Erdmann out front. Gets, oh my, big bump. Jesse Erdmann is off track. Kurt Bray comes through. Doug Ward, he sees the advantage, and we're not seeing a caution just yet. As looks like Doug Ward gets out front. There's Kurt Bray. Gabriel Garcia hot on the heels of Kurt Bray. And Marty Van Escayan is right there with Brandon Perry, Charles Balance, Elliot Jacobson, Robert Lawson, and Jesse Erdmann all the way to the back. Erdmann comes through. Jacobson goes off. He's going to fall back. Doug Ward says, see ya. Gabriel Garcia right behind. And look at this. Marty Van Escayan's in here. Marty has entered the top 3. He's entered the Marty zone. As I said before, we were going to go into outer space. But Jenna is watching this thing. Brandon Perry looks to make some moves. He's got Kurt Bray in his sights. As Doug, Gabe, Marty all kind of start to break 3 of everybody. Kurt Bray is right there, but he's going to be winding up facing off against Brandon Perry in that PGR machine. Perry goes off track. You can't drive there. He's a mowing the lawn, mowing the lawn, mowing the lawn. Oh my, just about came out and no, at least he didn't hit nobody. But Doug Ward dialed in 45 laps the distance. We're on lap 2. 2 guys are starting to break free, kind of. There's Kurt Bray. And now look at this. Jesse Erdmann says, I want it. Give me that position back. And Charles Balance is up into 5th. Marty is falling backwards. There's Brandon Perry. He's looking to get his position back. Robert Lawson and Elliot Jacobson falling off pace. Front door kind of pulling away, but look at this. Jesse Erdmann's fully on it. And he is screaming at this point. He says, give me that position back, and we won't have any problems. Charles is facing off against Marty, and Marty can't get the line on him. So Charles Balance actually doing fairly decent. Marty tries the inside line, can't make it stick. Tries it this time, can't make it stick some more. Back here, it's the battle for 5th place. You might I interview the top 5. Jesse and Kurt are facing off. These 3 cars are facing off. We're having some pretty good battles so far. Kurt Bray trying to defend that 3rd place position. Of course, Gabe and Doug Ward are ways up the road. They are checked out right now currently. But Jesse Erdmann is, he got sent off by Kurt earlier on. But can he make this one stick to get around him this time? He looks to the inside. If he's going to try a late break, he's going to have to lay on it and make it stick. Hard on the brakes, gets the line. Kurt Bray goes off, and Jesse gets the position. That opens up the door. You still have Marty. Oh, Charles going around. Marty comes through along with Brandon Perry this time. Chucky Balance goes off track. That opens it up for Robert Lawson still sticking it in, and along with Elliot Jacobson. There's Elliot Jacobson, we all know, is getting used to the new wheel. Brandon Perry and Marty getting set to face off. Kurt Bray, Jesse Erdmann kind of separated now as Erdmann, after getting around, I could probably go back and relook at this one. You can just see the late break out of Jesse. What a pass. You look at this one, Jesse grabs the inside line, does hold back, and that is when Kurt Bray just loses it on the entry. And that's exactly what we were talking about before the race. Every entry, everything's going to matter here tonight that they need to do to accomplish a victory. Now, the drivers that can successfully navigate this track without any hiccups. Oh my, and I missed the pass in the meantime. Gabe got passed by Jesse. Let's go back and take a look at this one. As I think Jesse got him on the late break again. Jesse inside line, gets the inside line on Gabe. Gabe has no answer for him. So another great pass by Jesse Erdmann as he is going to try and get us another victory. Yeah, Wildberry Ward out in front. He's definitely a driver pick from. He is Jamie Pugh's pick. My pick, of course, is Gabriel Garcia in that number 0 car. So I'm really pulling for Gabe on this one. He's been putting on a lot of track time, and I do mean a lot of track time. So he should be able to maybe bounce back in this thing once he manages to get that car back under control. Now, Marty Van Escayen, however, is doing fantastic. He is up in 4th place, inside the top 5. Can he get it here tonight? What do you mean there's no sound? I gotta have sound. Give me a quick second here as I go ahead and check the stream, everybody. Give me a quick second here. I gotta check one thing here. There we go. As it looks like my PC was kind of really doing some mixed up stuff here. I hope we have sound now. My wife Jenna has been monitoring the situation. She informed me of the no sound deal. I do apologize everything. As sound is sounds kind of critical here. Doug Ward, of course, leading 6 laps. Jesse Erdmann has not led a lap, but he is hunting him down. He's closed the gap, 6.1 and closing actually. So this one is going really good. Jesse Erdmann, Gabriel Garcia, Kurt Bray, and Marty Van Escayen are top 5 so far. Charles Balance, Brandon Perry, Elliot Jacobson, and Robert Lawson doing some deals here. Jenna here is monitoring the situation, as just gave me the good news. I guess I got sound now. I do truly apologize to all the fans in the stands. Apparently it switched somewhere. I don't know where, but not 100% sure what went on. As apparently it was switched to some default mode and it doesn't allow sound. As Doug Ward still leading after 7 laps. Here, I'm going to take a brief commercial break from Trevor Project. Don't go anywhere. Back real quick as we see Brandon Perry all over Charles Balance now. This is the battle for 6th place. Perry goes to the inside line. Does he have the advantage? He does. Gets the inside line on Balance. Balance gets the inside curve, makes it stick. Perry comes to the outside. Doesn't make it stick. Defense made by Balance, and Balance gets ready to chop that nose. Perry goes around. Balance lets him have it. Smart move there. Perry goes off track though. Oh my, big bump. And oops. It looks like Balance might have, oops. As we'll call that one maybe something different, as he looks like he's back on track. Brandon Perry then puts him up to 6th, but he's got Elliot Jacobson behind him. Jacobson looks like he's getting comfortable in the liquid death machine. As this could be, any driver gets comfortable now, as has a solid shot at doing what he needs to do here. But you know what? I really do to know a few tricks about this one. But it looks like the field is currently kind of spread out. Very spread out, in fact, as drivers kind of separate. But Elliot Jacobson and Brandon Perry, it looks like the gap of about 1.1 to less than a second is kind of closing. And looks like behind him we got Robert Lawson, who now might be getting comfortable in that race lap machine. So it's hard to tell what's going to happen here as Jacobson continues to close in. Some of these drivers have to remember, though, you don't want to burn up your stuff. I mean, tire strats are going to be critical here, as if you burn your stuff up too soon, you're going to have a flat, and you don't want to get a flat here tonight. As these drivers are definitely trying it, but Marty Benes-Cayenne up in 4th place even, doing a fantastic job of staying on track. But that's half the battle. Kurt Bray right behind, he's trying to chase him down. And of course, Brandon Perry's right there with Elliot Jacobson, Robert Lawson. Charles Balance way back now, as he's full minute behind everybody. Just after that incident with Brandon Perry, which we'll have to probably investigate after the race. Oh my, Robert Lawson going around Elliot Jacobson and Brandon Perry, 1.4 the gap. Perry's just maybe trying to get some distance. And as we're watching this one, now the gap between Marty and Kurt's closed up. 1.1 the gap. Jesse Erdmann, of course, trying to catch up to Doug Ward, and he is doing it. It's 5.4 the gap now. He was way to the back. Now he's way up here to the front deal. Robert Lawson still struggling with the track a little bit. Elliot Jacobson trying to close the gap to Perry. Doug Ward just trying to maybe stay out in front of Jesse Erdmann. Now remember, Doug Ward and Gabriel Garcia are drivers to watch. Elliot Jacobson into the grass there on the final turn. Looks like he's coming around. Robert Lawson comes through. This is maybe looking to gain some time on him. Gabriel Garcia, we're seeing some off tracks and everything, but Marty Benes-Cayenne and Kurt Bray have switched positions again. As looks like Marty might be having some tire drag issues. The car's not handling the same. And going off track is not going to help the case at all. In fact, that'll allow Brandon Perry to actually catch up. But he is 13 seconds back of Marty, and Marty just has to run some clean laps now in order to catch up to Kurt Bray. Now, Gabe Garcia, Jesse Erdmann, and Doug Ward. Doug Ward's trying to get through traffic, and Charles Balance lets him go through. There is blue flags here. We're about 12 laps into this race for Trevor Project. So go ahead, we're going to listen to some of the sights and sounds of Portland as these guys are racing for the Trevor Project here tonight. It looks like I missed something, though. In the meantime, let's go take a look, as it looks like Jesse Erdmann got around Doug Ward And I did miss this one. Now let's go take a look and see what happened. Oh my, Ward makes the mistake. Erdmann comes through. One mistake just cost the position here when it looked like Doug was trying to get around Charles' balance. So tough go for Doug now, as you see even then right after he's making a few mistakes. Doug's back on it, and now he's got Robert Law. Oh my, Robert Lawson way off track. Charles Balance is going way off track on that final turn. So Erdmann, Ward, Garcia are top three. Gray, Van Escayan, Brandon Perry, Elliot Jacobson goes around on track as he just gets it off track, allowing drivers to get through. Robert Lawson and then Charles Balance. But Jesse Erdmann starting to put this thing together late in his run. Can he get it done? Potentially he can. For his second win this season. Now, Doug Ward led 13 laps before the mistake. What Jesse Erdmann's going to have to do now is not make a mistake. For everybody out there watching, I do kind of apologize for about half the stream being muted due to technical difficulties on the network side of things. I do truly apologize for everybody out there. But I do assure you, I do have somebody monitoring the situation. Her name is Jenna, and she's in the chat. So thank her for keeping me on my toes here. And guess what? We're still racing for members of the LGBTQ community. So member of the Trevor Project, pass a donation there, and they will let you know what they'll appreciate everything you do and bring you to an exclusive link. We're looking to raise $1,000 for that community. So hit that link, get in there, and go ahead and open your wallets to them as looking to earn $1,000 for them. We're going to take a brief commercial break, everybody. Don't go anywhere, and I'll be right back.
I can see the sunlight fade away. Ooh, come a little closer, stay with me. Ooh, guess I've always been a little afraid of the darkness. Yeah. No matter where I'm at, I'll be okay. When you say I will be a sunray shining through the dark night, dancing till the sunrise, baby, I will light you up. I will be a sunray shining through the dark night, dancing till the sunrise, baby, I will light you up, light you up. La 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 la, baby, I will light you up, light you up. La 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 la, baby, I will light you up, light you up. Even if the sky falls down on me, ooh, you'll be the one to set me free. Ooh, guess I've always been a little afraid of the darkness. Yeah.
All right, we are back, and look at the aerial footage live from the blimp here. Yeah, it's a pretty good view, but you know what? These guys are just now starting to make their pit cycles. As we go into the pit strategy, that is going to be a critical moment. When do you pit? How many laps can you take the tires? You know, you can take them as far as you want to go. I mean, if you're only able to put so many laps on them, only throw that many laps on him. If you're not able to do that, then put on as many as you can, pit the car, grab some fuel, and go. But one of the key factors will be the pit strategy in this one and how many laps you can do. Now, these guys are on, the lead cars are on 16 laps, then it goes to 15. Now, keep in mind, that is Brandon Perry looking to possibly going to get lapped by Jesse Erdmann, his own teammate, and Doug Ward, his other teammate. Gabriel Garcia in Ratio Racing is back in third with Marty Van Escayan back there. And Wildberry is doing really good too. Doug Ward and Marty Van Escayan in Wildberry Motorsports are also in the top 5. So Prime Grid Racing has 3 cars in the top 5. Robert Lawson, of course, riding solo, I believe. And Charles Balance, Blackout Motorsports own, is running up in 7th place right now. Now, a lot of guys didn't show up tonight. It's possibly because of the road. Oh, my goodness. Charles is trying to break my speed cam, dang it. Hey, 41, watch where you're going. As he wound up almost taking out my speed cam. Jesse Erdmann, you know, the drivers are obviously competing for some points. The drivers that made it here tonight are going to jump some points. Kurt Bray clocks out here tonight. I'm not sure what happened with him. Could be an engine failure or something, don't know. But guys that did fail to make it here tonight are going to lose out on some, you know, some points. And points going into the end of the season, not exactly what you want to do. You want to become a PGR champion. Of course, last season was pretty good because we all got to see Taylor Toller join the ranks of winning both deals. He wound up winning the Formula One Grand Prix side of things, and then he went back again, went on to race the Cup Series, and won that championship as well. We were kind of watching it here. As kind of touching base with Jesse Erdmann or Kurt Bray, we're just going to say it's engine failure. Doug Ward going to make a pass on Brandon Perry as this is blue flag. Perry will have to give up the position. It looks like, oh my, Marty is way off track. As he was just getting ready to race against Gabriel Garcia. Garcia and Marty both off track. Doesn't look like any contact was made. So Marty and Brandon Perry have about a 9.4 separation. But look at this. Doug Ward got around Perry, and now he's trying to catch up to Marty. But Marty, in the meantime, might try to aim to get his lap back from Jesse if he could make that one happen. Not a whole lot going on the track right now, so hopefully everybody's enjoying the show. Now might be, I can't do it just yet. I'm sure everybody's anxious to find out what that announcement is, but I am waiting until the end of the stream to do the big announcement. As it's going to be a fun time. As these drivers are all really dialed in right now. We're still waiting for the pit strategies to kind of take effect. We got 25 to go. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a brief commercial break from our sponsor, the Trevor Project.
something. PGR, our time. Give me something. Give me something.
All right, I am back, and now we're still seeing quite a bit go on here. We're not really seeing too much action on the track, unfortunately, with this. Erdmann, Ward still on a tear. They are in a league of their own right now. They are out in front, still pulling away, in fact. Now, Gabriel Garcia did go a lap down, getting passed by Jesse Erdmann. Jesse Erdmann being out front, he's got to stay consistent still. He still has 23 laps to go to get this finish. I mean, it is going to be a grind out mission to accomplish, race this track. We're hearing from some of the drivers that this setup is a little bit off for this track. Unfortunately, they always don't make the setups for the track that could quite possibly help get it there, but we make do the best we can. Okay, you can't always pick out the best one. Jesse Erdmann now bringing it down pit road. That's going to allow Doug Ward to take over the lead. Gabriel Garcia to get his lap back, I do believe, as he goes around. Oh, nope, the leader is still right behind him, so Gabe still can go a lap down, as Gabe is just trying to get out of the way here of Doug Ward. And there it is. Doug Ward gets around safely. Jesse Erdmann still in the pit. My wife Jenna is still in the booth and being lovely as ever. And Gabriel Garcia way off track. Brandon Perry has the opening to gain a little bit of time now. And drivers now have the option to decide when they want to pit. I mean, you're talking 22 laps in of a 45 lap race. You got just over 20 laps to go. About 21, in fact. So what do drivers do? You know the track is gonna, the tires can go that far, but you push them that much further, maybe not. It looks like Jesse Erdmann, though, is going to have the opportunity to regain his position. He's 32 seconds behind. If Doug Ward can get out in front of Jesse Erdmann on the pit stop, it will change this game. He cannot speed, can't do nothing. I think the pit speed is at about 40 miles an hour. Here's Jesse Erdmann. Doug Ward's in. He's got it on the jacks. They're going to drop the car. Is he dropping the hammer yet? No. Jesse Erdmann's coming down. He's going to go around. And Doug Ward's pit crew has let him down once again. Could not get it off the jacks fast enough. Lots of off tracks by drivers here tonight. We're seeing Marty Benescayan, who was running up front, now back into 6th place. So trouble for Marty, as he almost got there. He almost got into the top 5. But he still might. Oh my goodness, he's driving an EV. I did not bring that vehicle to the track. Just so everybody's aware, I did not bring Gabe's car to the track. That was Jamie Pugh's responsibility. Jamie, I gotta know, did you load up the wrong car? But you know what? I think he's in the chat here. Let's hear from Jamie, see if he got the wrong car loaded. Jamie.
Brandon Smith, what's going on?
We heard the EV is here. You know, tell me about the electrical issue that you've been hearing with Gabe. Hello?
Yep, that's correct. Sorry, I'm talking Strat with Perry.
Oh, gotcha. So Perry's sitting pretty comfortable right now. Does he feel like he's got a good shot at maybe picking up a couple more spots?
I mean, if we can get him to keep the car on the racetrack, I mean, he's definitely feeling comfortable and he can get after it. But, you know, those spins early really hurt us.
Yeah, it's, you know, we've seen some contact between him and Charles Balance or whatever. And we also seen some contact with other drivers. Has it thrown the car off at all?
Honestly, no, the balance is still good. I mean, the car still has a lot of pace for what it is. The contact that we had with balance, it was very, very light. And I think it was just a misalignment and unfortunate set of circumstances where we lined up in the corner that, I mean, we just barely touched him and it sent Charles around.
All right, well, I'm going to let you get back to it. Hopefully, did you figure out what town I sent you to?
They didn't really tell me. They just told me to get back on the flight and get the hell out of here. So that's what I did.
Well, they were kind of rude?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, that's not good. You can't have a good flight. You got to have a good flight experience.
Well, we're having a good race, though, so that's all that counts, right?
Well, it's Blackout Airlines. I can't have that kind of deal going on. I mean, I got Donkey Kong flying that dang thing.
Well, it wasn't the airlines. It was the airport itself.
Well, which airport was it?
I don't know. They didn't tell me.
They wouldn't tell you anything? Did they say I was the CEO of the airline? Did you tell them you're kind of an important deal?
I mean, I told them I was kind of important and I had somewhere to be, and they were just like, well, sorry about your luck, bud.
Oh, really? Well, that's unfortunate. So electrical issues to top it off with Perry's driving abilities is making for a very busy night.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot of fun. This track has presented a lot of challenges, and I'm having a blast. This has been great. A lot of mixed reviews from the drivers, but sounds like everybody's having a lot of fun.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to get back down to it. Good luck.
Thanks, man. I'll talk to you soon.
And were you hanging with Flipper?
Yes, I was.
Tell him message from the network is drive better.
Message will be sent.
All right, thank you. So Jamie Pugh is going to relay a message as Gabriel Garcia down and out now on the board, was running up front. It's Erdmann, Ward, and Perry. 3 road course drivers. They also race the Grand Prix series here at Prime Grid Racing. And stay tuned because big things are coming very soon to this network. And oh my, Perry's down pit road. Perry's on pit road, which could give Marty the opportunity, maybe not, as Marty is sitting a ways away, 45 seconds away from Perry. Erdmann and Ward, though, clearly on a whole nother level on this track. Perry down pit road. I don't know what to think on this, but Marty's coming. Marty says, okay, let's go get this. I see the position. What can I do to maximize this? Brandon Perry's got to get it off the jack soon as Marty's coming down back onto the back stretch here. Marty's screaming. Perry's right there. Marty's right here. They're going to meet in turn one, kind of. Perry has got to stay on this one and not back off the hammer now. As can it be Marty time? Finally on this network. That was not a planned stop. He pitted like twice. I'm pretty confident he pit twice. Let me go look at the pit strategy. Perry. Oh, no. Perry went 27. Oh, good golly. Okay, planned stop. I guess you heard from the pit crew. There's a planned stop for Brandon Perry. And check this out, though. Marty is up in the fourth. Robert Lawson in the fifth. Lawson back to front. Gains a couple positions from where he started. He is now in fifth place. And Charles Balance is trying to chase him down with Elliot Jacobson behind him. Gabe Garcia down and out. I don't know what happened to Garcia, but he is definitely not feeling it right now. 7.9 separation between Erdmann and Ward. But Perry and Marty are right here. Turn one. Oh, Perry makes a mistake. Marty comes around. Perry's got to make it through. And he stays out in front. That is cheap. You need to give up that time, Perry. That was a gut track if I ever seen one. I seen it right here. That was a gut track. Oh my goodness, Perry's gutting the track. He's a little. Nope, Davey, I got onto that, but man, what's some oddball defense out of Perry. Off track to keep the position. We'll be reviewing that one as time goes on. I'm just kidding. Iracing already did the review on it. But Marty is trying to get to Perry. Brandon Perry is facing off against Marty. Robert Lawson is facing off against Charles. This is late in the game. Jesse Erdmann is still outrunning Doug Ward. Doug Ward is 6.9 away from him. Check this out. Marty might be trying to look to the inside. Go for the Daniel Ricciardo, boy. Go for the Daniel Ricciardo. Marty tries the inside line, doesn't work. Perry defends. In Portland, the action is cranked up to an 11 as these two guys are going to battle it out. Brandon Perry cannot make a mistake. Marty is all over him on the back door. One mistake will cost the position for sure, as he does not need to make that mistake. But man, Marty inside line gets the move and it failed. Oh my, Perry and Marty go around. Perry's still on track. Double bump from Marty. Oh my goodness. That one, I don't know what to think of. That one will definitely fall into review. Gabe's coming around. Marty's up into third. If I'm right on this one, Marty might have to give up the position. But you got Erdmann, Ward, Van Escayan, Perry, Lawson, our top five. Balance, Garcia, Jacobson, all still on track here. They are outside of the top 10, or top 5. So, I mean, this race is shaping up to be kind of interesting at the end to see who's going to actually get it. Now, with 14 laps to go, Marty has to hold it together. Now, Brandon Perry is going to drive like an angry teenager. I can probably see that. He might just put that pedal down, get out of the way, because angry... it's kind of like if you get an angry teen in the car. I dare say it like that. You put an angry teen behind the wheel, they're going to get to the place the fastest route possible. This is not always a bad thing. Or if you ever watched the movie Taxi, kind of like the taxi car driving through rush hour traffic. Yeah, buddy. You see Brandon Perry gaining on Gabriel Garcia now. Garcia, of course, having trouble late on to keep that 0 on track. It's not been a very pleasant time for him. As now Brandon Perry looks to maybe make the move, can't make it stick, and Gabe has the advantage going into turn 1. Very interesting race for a lot of drivers here tonight, as guys at the front are going to gain some spots. Definitely, for sure. As, oh my, Gabe's off track. Jesse goes around. Gabe's clearly in trouble with that 0 machine. We got 12 laps to go. Hopefully everything's going good. Hopefully everyone's enjoying the show. I'm going to take this brief commercial break from the Trevor Project. What was the YCD car? Or Dirt Track Racer? Who's got the YCD car out there? We do have Erdmann. We got Ward, Van Ascayan, Perry. There's Lawson. And Balance with Garcia, Jacobson. Who's the YCD car? I got to know this one. Jesse Erdmann, of course, still out front with 11 laps to go. He's on rails right now. He's coasting this thing home. He knows he's got first if he can keep it on track. Casey Pugh. Yeah, he's not in tonight's race. However, we do have his brother here who might be able to say a few words about that. Jamie.
Brandon Smith.
So we got Dirt Track Racer 0396. He's got a favorite driver out there.
Do we?
He's cheering on Casey.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I do want to give a shout out to my brother, the other partner for YCD, but interesting to bring him up here in a cup race.
Well, he says his money's on the YCD car, Casey Pugh.
I didn't know we had a YCD card out here. News to me.
All right, well, you know, if your brother was listening and he got that shout out, what would he say? Maybe you can speak for your brother.
He'd be very happy, and he would be delighted to hear me on the stream and tell me to keep pursuing my dreams.
All right, so no shout outs or anything, just keep pursuing your dreams.
You know what? I give him the shout out. He's not shouting me out.
Yeah, you know what? We do got to shout out Casey Pugh. If he's watching, you know, I'm sure when he was racing on the track a long time ago, I'm pretty confident he was a great driver.
Oh, he was a damn good driver back in his time when he still raced, and now he's part owner of a wonderful short track league that's coming here shortly.
I guess I saved somebody like that. Dirt track racer, are you one of the drivers that are coming on the stream? I gotta know. What's your actual?
I don't know who that is. I'm really not 100% sure who that is.
I'm sure they'll tell me eventually, but for now, I guess. Sorry, I don't know who that is. But
I don't either. But I'm glad to see the support in it. You know, as we say, damn it, as all the leagues working together, so it's coming together as one, right?
Yep, that is correct. As I made that statement very well known in a certain poster I posted. All right, I'm gonna get out of here, Jamie. Is the excitement still there down at the track?
Oh, absolutely. Right now we're battling for a podium spot, and we're gonna see what happens. We don't got what 8 laps to go-ish, something like that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, thank you. So Jamie Pugh will give us some insight. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. White. Oh, oh, it's Casey. Gotcha. My bad. My bad. As we are watching this back here. Right now, he's not wrong. Marty is in a dead heat run with Brandon Perry. The gloves are off with under 10 to go. Now, Brandon Perry has to remember, Marty can crack under pressure. We've seen this before. Marty's in a prime position to get the podium. He's got to be smooth, calm, and consistent. He's got to become the Iceman. He's got to have ice in his veins and not let the pressure from Perry buckle him, as he is staring right at a podium. Now, if he can get that car to rotate and get in and out of the turns like normal, he has a shot at the podium. Brandon Perry, of course, took the late pit. He's got the newer tires and the advantage of potentially not wrecking that car. What can we see here? Fireworks. That's what I'm calling out right now, is Doug Ward and Jesse Erdmann are off on their own. Marty and Perry are battling for the 3rd place spot. The podium is up for grabs. Perry looks to go inside. Doesn't have the advantage, as that is a very bad spot to try it at. Perry's going to have to try something that Marty won't think of, and that could be the late break. And, I mean, when he does the late break, he's going to have to lay in nearly 100% of the brakes to pull it off with that number 21 machine. Marty, of course, gets a good send-off, and you see how close they are coming into the front stretch. Perry's got to get it out from that slipstream, make the pass, late break it. Here it is, the late break. Gets into the turn, he makes it happen. With the good old late break, Brandon Perry gets the move to stick. Now Marty's going to be right on it. Now remember, the sections have been to Marty's advantage in a few, and is Perry's advantage in a few. So what could happen here as we go into the other part of this, the sectors between Perry and Van Escayan. You know, sector 1, Perry's faster. Sector 2 coming up. It looks like Marty's closing the gap, but Perry's still a little bit faster by 0.1 seconds, so 0.6 overall. Sector 3, this is where Marty starts to crank on the heat, and Perry's got to stay on it and stay smooth. Wheel it and deal it, dude. Wheel it and deal it. And Marty just made a crucial error on the backstretch there, where lost 0.7 seconds to Perry. So a lot of time just got made up on Perry's end to get that one to go to work around here. My wife Jenna here has Oreo in the booth, and Oreo is my cat. If everybody remembers, I still have some fur babies. department won't allow me to have more than 2, so sorry. But yes, we are waiting for the big announcement late on after the race for what is to come in the near future here at Blackout Racing Network, as there is some very exciting news and some very big things coming. It's been worked around and worked around and worked around. No, it's not Pickles the cat. Oreo is the other cat I have. Garfield is the other cat I have, not Pickles. Pickles is a sister-in-law. Race is coming down to a close here as the top 5 are shaping up. Now, Jesse Erdmann, Doug Ward, and Brandon Perry set to collect the podium here. Marty could collect his first top 5 for him. So, very big building experience for him. A little bit of confidence boost going into the next one. And there's Robert Lawson starting near the back. In fact, he dropped back at the beginning of the race, and then he just bounced back into this thing. Charles Balance did have a hot hand early on. Not so much now. He's had a struggle here. And there's, of course, Gabe Garcia and Elliot Jacobson. Now, those two have been kind of battling it out near the back also. As it looks like Garcia, though, does have the advantage either way. But we do have a lot of guys 2 laps down, which is going to make it very hard to... You won't get that back. Not this road racing stuff. Very hard to bounce back from 2 to go. But we are coming to the line in just 3 laps. Don't go anywhere.
Soundtrack of a kind. Red eyes, don't you worry, it's alright. New highs, we haven't reached, just being wise. We own the night, it's where we come alive. Till morning light, when we go back to hide, it's time to ride. We're going wild tonight. Just a little bit from grace, darling, we're gonna make.
All right, we are down to 2 laps to go. Jesse Erdmann is going to cross the line for the final time, coming to the white flag. What a drive out of him. Doug Ward, of course, 21 seconds behind. Brandon Perry, of course, 2 laps down, is going to come across for the white flag now. As what a race out of these drivers. Of course, the top 5 need to go to the front stretch at the end of the night, because they do interview the top 5 here. As always, as it's going to be a great time for everybody out there. For everybody out there watching, appreciate you guys watching, you like what you see and want to see more of this style of racing, you got to hit that sub button, as I am bringing some new stuff to the stream, which I will be announcing right at the end of this stream for everybody out there, as we got big news here from the network to everybody out there, as it is going to be one heck of a show near the end of this, as Jesse Erdmann's just taking his final laps. He's just going to coast it. To be honest, he doesn't have to do anything. Don't push the car. Get the win. Here it is. He's going to win the Trevor Project 90 here at Portland. As, man, what a race for him. What a drive. And, of course, Doug Ward will bring up second place. Looks like Brandon Perry in third. Marty Van Escayen in fourth. And Robert Lawson in fifth. And there he is, burning it down. Jesse Erdmann in 45. Burns it down on the front stretch. Top five will be coming up here. Robert Lawson getting a fifth place finish here. Charles Ballas, Gabriel Garcia, and Elliot Jacobson. Right now, let's go to Robert Lawson with a fantastic fifth place finish. Robert. Oh, Robert? Hello? Robert?
Hello? Hello?
Hello, my friend. So you got fifth place here at Portland. Just pull it around to the front stretch there, buddy. So you got fifth place here at Portland. How do you feel?
Can't hear you. Hold on a second. Okay, go ahead.
So you got fifth place here at Portland. How do you feel about this one?
Well, you shamed me into it, and I got out here and had about 6 laps practice, and yeah, I got to be happy about this. Yeah, it was fun, you know.
I told you, buddy. Didn't I tell? What I tell you? What? Who was right?
Yeah, I just didn't want to wreck anybody or anything like that.
Well, you didn't wreck anybody. You got to the fifth place. Man, you did great. Any shout-outs you got to do for anybody to be watching, cheering you on in this one, as you did a fantastic job here at Portland for a first time.
Well, thank you. Just God, for sure, you know, and for everybody that doesn't watch me.
All right, man. Well, I'll get you down to the guys. Great job here tonight, and congrats on the fifth place finish.
Thank you.
Thank you. As Robert Lawson, and now let's hear from our fourth place finisher, Marty Van Escayen, getting fourth place. Marty.
Hey.
My goodness, you got in the fourth top five here tonight. How do you feel?
Great. You know, I'm sad it wasn't a podium. Me and Perry were neck and neck there for so many laps. Sorry about that spin. I'm going back and going to review and see how that one looked. I don't normally finish this high. That's why I got out of the car. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm happy. It's a fun track. I'm glad I did decent. Had a better time racing it than I thought I would.
All right, man. Well, you did it. You got top five here, and we did not expect this, everybody. I promise you. Usually Marty has a Marty moment. Tonight it was Marty time. Man, any shout-outs you got to do for anybody that can be watching, cheer you on?
I think my mom's watching, and shout out to Douglas, man. I think he was leading for a good bit. And I really think I really think they had it for for this race. Jesse just got by on pace and then ran away with it. But I think next time we're back here, we'll be fighting for sure.
All right, man. Well, great job here tonight. Congrats on a fourth place finish.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now we're going to go to the top three here tonight. That's right. Driver of the number 21 PGR Mean Green Machine, the Toyota Camry, Brandon Perry. Let's hear from him. Brandon Perry.
What's up,
man? The Mean Green Machine gets on the podium again this season. How do you feel about this one, man? Because you had a battle to get in there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited, to be honest. It was one hell of a race. You know, small field, but a talented field. So, you know,
those first few laps were an absolute battle there between, Charles Balance, Kurt Bray, Marty Vaneskayan, but Doug and Jesse checked out, especially Doug. Doug was on rails tonight. It was good to see. But yeah, man, I'm excited. It was a great race, to be honest. After winning last week to get some great points and get the dub last week to get on the podium this week back to back. Also to have the Prime Grid Racing team win 3 in a row now, because Jesse's won 2 of the last 3, and obviously I won last week at Atlanta. So it's good for the team, good for the league, get our cars up there on the podium. But yeah, it was great. It was great, to be honest. I got to give a little apology to Charles, because I know I went off track a little bit. There was just a minor touch, and I sent him around early. That was within the first 10 laps. And then, me and Marty had a little brush up that I think was very similar. So I was a little upset at the time, but I'm sure we look back. It's probably very similar, just a racing incident. Tough to keep these cars on track anywhere, any road course you're at. So I'm sure we'll be pretty lenient in the steward room when it comes to most of that stuff, unless it was really egregious, like I was kind of saying over the radio. But man, excited. Yeah, excited. I needed these points. It's been a rough start to the season at Homestead and a couple other tracks where I just did not perform. The car just didn't feel good. So to the last 2 weeks to get the car on the podium and obviously get the win, it feels really good. I've got to enjoy it while I can and ride this wave, and hopefully we bring it back. I believe we're at Texas next week, so I'll look to continue the streak there at Texas.
All right, man. Well, you did a great job. I'll be bringing it back up here to the booth because we got some big stuff to announce afterwards. Yes, Perry, you're a part of it. Okay.
Interesting. Okay, yep. I think I know what you're talking about. Do I get my shout-outs or what?
You do get your shout-outs, yes. Let's see if he's the owner of Prime Good Racing, everybody. He's been in the roasting seat, so I'll criticize everything he does right now.
Absolutely. Well, hey, I obviously first want to start off my shout-out to Jamie Pugh, my spotter tonight. He came on for the road course. He didn't even have this course. Bought it tonight last second. Jumped in the car, spotted me, in some of those battles with Charles and Marty. It was good to have his ear, and obviously talking pit strategies with him was huge. So it's always, man, such a huge advantage, in my opinion, having a live spotter. I'm not sure how some guys can't realize that, but it's awesome to have a live spotter. It's helped out a lot this season, so I really appreciate Jamie Pugh, my spotter. Big shout out to him. Big shout out to Douglas Ward coming on the podium. I thought he was going to run away with the race there and just go win it. He's the spotter. I mean, the sponsor of tonight's race, with the Trevor Project. So we appreciate the Trevor Project as well. And then big shout out to Jesse Erdmann from Prime Grid Racing, getting the win. One of the other league admins. Jesse's just always, on rails with these cars at road courses. I don't know, he's one of the few guys that loves racing these cars at road courses, and you can always see it because the skill that he puts on week to week when we come to these road courses is truly impressive. Big shout out to you, Brandon Smith, over at Blackout Racing Network. We appreciate our partnership. It's been a long time now, and we appreciate you. We appreciate Jenna for the work she does behind the scenes. Big shout out to, I want to, give a shout out to the Jimmy Fund and, ALS Association. Go donate to those two. I'm probably forgetting some people, but yeah, thanks to my team as well. Some of them weren't here tonight, but I think me and Jesse did a good job of representing the team.
All right, man. Well, congrats on a third place finish here tonight, and great job.
Thank you very much. We will see you next week at Texas, Brendan.
Thank you. I'll be bringing you back up here when I'm through the Jesse's interview.
Sounds good. I'll be ready.
All right. So there's Brandon Perry, and now let's bring him up. Driver of the Trevor Project, 07 Ford Mustang, Doug Ward. Let's hear from him next to see how he's feeling after that one. Doug.
Hey there.
Not quite the win like you were hoping, but you got on the podium at the end. How does this one feel?
It feels, I'm happy for the podium, but I was so close. And, like I said, Jesse was going to be the one to take it if anyone was going to. I knew it. I just didn't think he had that much over me. But, I'm still proud of what I managed to get out of it, and proud to be racing for a cause. And, yeah, it's just, bittersweet.
All right, man. Well, any shout outs you got to do for anybody that might be cheering you on in that 07 tonight?
Yeah, my parents, they watch the races. I got a good couple friends watching, I think. Um, and everyone who donates to the Trevor Project, that's awesome. And the help is, the money's going to a great cause. And you for putting on a great broadcast, Perry for putting on a great league. Yeah.
All right. Well, Doug, I'm going to get you out of here. Congrats on a podium finish, man. Great job here tonight at Portland.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's Doug Ward, everybody. And now let's go to driver of the number 45, tonight's champion, the PGR Toyota Camry, the second one on the track, I should say. Jesse Erdmann. Let's hear from the old one-liner himself and see what he has to say. Jesse.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, what a night tonight here at Portland. You brought the chit train. How does this one feel?
It feels pretty good. Kurt unfortunately just had a bad night. He came in and apologized for giving me a little tap there at the beginning, but fortunately I was able to have some speed and recover a little bit. But man, Doug was fast tonight. I almost, for a while there, he was just holding the relative, but eventually I settled down and got into a rhythm. But hats off to Doug. He had a good night.
Yeah, as you've seen this one, kind of going back to that early on spin with Kurt, after that happened, did you kind of feel discouraged, or did you just kind of have to keep your head down and just drive the car and let it do its thing?
It was I had Kurt and I kind of had a little bit of a tap during this practice, and I had a feeling it was going to happen during the race. So in the moment I got a little flustered, but then I just told myself to calm down and get into this is such a rhythm track, just get into my rhythm and not worry about it. Whatever will happen.
All right, well, you did it, my friend. You got up here to the first place a second time this season. Any shout outs you got to do for anybody that might be cheering you on in that 45 machine?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to all the boys that showed up. Shout out to Doug for his good pace tonight, and then shout out to you for putting on a good stream.
All right, thank you for that. I'm going to get you down to the guys though, and I got to bring Perry up here because we got a special announcement to make. Great job here at Portland. Congrats on the win, man. What a job. Fantastic performance.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. That was Jesse Erdmann now, everybody. Winner here tonight in the Portland Trevor Project 90. Now we're going to bring on Brandon Perry for this very special announcement. Brandon Perry.
What's up, Brandon Smith?
Man, tonight.
Is it just me and you that get to announce this?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Well, you know what?
Brandon.
Is he still there? Okay, we'll bring him up. We'll got to bring up the party from the other deal, too.
Bring him up. That's
So
awesome.
we got Jamie Pugh here. We got Brandon Perry. Brandon Perry, of course, owner of PGR Prime Grid Racing. Jamie Pugh representing Yeti's Custom Design and part owner of Yeti's Custom Designs Short Track Series. And then, of course, myself representing Blackout Racing League. Bet you guys are curious what we're bringing up in this one. For the first time in network history, we are masking a field unlike anything this network has ever seen. It is bigger than HSRA. It's bigger than Cam Kings, bigger than PGR itself. We're unmasking a 43-car field tomorrow night at Auto Club, pending everybody actually joining the session, of course. But it is because of one reason, and that is because of the partnership that the network and all three of us have actually put together. Brandon Perry, on behalf of PGR, what can you say about this?
I love it. I mean, I personally love it. I mean, it's good to see, not only my league grow, but like, BRL grow and YCD. I think some people thought we were down and out, and then we've even come back even stronger and, we have built this partnership and relationship with these three leagues, and it's more like, a community, like we've always said, like a racing community, and we just keep continuing to grow it. And then, between the three leagues, I mean, you get everything that you need in racing or that you would ever want, to be honest, between, Cup Series or IndyCar or GT3 or F1 or Xfinity Racing, short track. We're going to add dirt racing, Brandon Smith said soon, GT4. I mean, there's not many things that we don't race between these three leagues. So I think, now's the time. If you're looking for a league, join the Discord. I believe Brandon Smith posts them in all the streams. So join one of the Discords and come join our community and have some fun. But yeah, great partnership that we're building right here. And I'm glad that PGR is part of it.
And I get told to pull Jamie. Your brother's not in the chat. He's got to be in the chat for me to pull him in.
I'm working on it. I'm texting him right now because he asked me about it already. I'm working on it.
All right. Well, and then top it off, I'll speak for Blackout Racing League, of course, obviously, because it's my league. But yeah, between all the admins tomorrow night, we're unmasking the largest field the network has ever hosted. It is going to be the baddest grid on the planet tomorrow night, Xfinity style racing, to see who's going to be the top dog at Auto Club. I'm extremely excited. I know these guys are excited, but at the same time, we're all a little bit nervous because of the race control issues. But the leagues are 100% united. In fact, I will show you exactly how united they are here in just a little bit here. We're just going to rearrange some stuff live on stream. Don't mind me, everybody. We're going to post the Trevor Project thing, but I think I got this here. I think I made it very clear early on. Hopefully, certain somebody doesn't come after me, though. But right there, that's how united we are. It is all three leagues represented in that photo. If you want amazing Cup Series action, you're going to have to check out Prime Grid Racing. They are the main guys for Cup Series, IndyCar, GT3, and of course Grand Prix action, which we're doing a one-time deal, which you're never gonna. There's not a league out there that's gonna do what these guys are gonna do. I promise you that. I'll stake my reputation on it. It's that important. Where they unveiled the Williams FW31. People can fact check me on it. I'm pretty sure there's not a league out there that uses that. And then Perry, that is the F1 coming up, but I don't see him yet. Jamie's still working on the brother situation. But
he won't be here. He's got prior commitments, so
Perry,
I'll have to take care of it.
I'm going to let Perry tell him what PGR offers.
Well, yeah, you just spoke a little bit about it. Obviously, our main series is our Formula One series, the Grand Prix series. We're going into our 19th season. I dare you to find any league that has raced anything for 19 seasons.
Iracing.
We've been around since 2018. 2018, we started on the F1 game. We've been on iRacing since 2020. We rate F1 on Monday nights. We run Cup Series Next Gens on Wednesday nights. We do GT3 IndyCar usually on Thursday nights. We've run a GTP series. We've run the Diamond League, which is a series where it changes cars literally every week, test the best drivers in the world, because you got to basically change the car every week and the track every week, and you got to still be able to go out there and compete. So we do some unique things. We run some unique events, and we put up several endurance teams. We're looking forward to putting our team in at the Daytona 24 here coming over in a couple weeks. We'll be racing the GT3 class. But yeah, we do a lot over here at PGR, and we're a growing community. We've been around for a long time, but we're always taking new drivers. Our motto is, clean over fast, and that's because, yeah, we'd rather have some great clean door-to-door racing week to week, and you're racing these guys week to week. You got to build the respect, and that's where it's all built on. So that's pretty much what PGR does.
All right, and then Jamie Pugh, I guess Casey's not here, so you're going to speak on behalf of YCD. Tell them what you do, buddy.
Yeah, YCD is a new up and coming league. You know, as has been stated already, you know, we're in a great big partnership with PGR and BRL and YCD, of course, with us. We're a short track league, primarily going to run, you know, late model stocks and some SK modifieds. We're currently building it together. It should be coming out and debuting here in the next probably, I don't know, about a month or so. But you know, it's going to act kind of like the feeder series. You know, we're going to run our short track stuff, and then you know, guys are going to move up to the Xfinity series or even graduate to the Cup series. But it's just all about united and everybody working together as one.
Yep, and I guess I get the drive for, you know what, Flipper can do it. Flipper, what does Blackout offer? We'll see how good you are as an admin.
You know, we're having our own little GT4 and Xfinity representing our Blackout Racing League cars. You know, we have, like you said, 43 drivers tomorrow. Hopefully, you know, I think our motto is going to be the same thing as Perry's. You know, clean over fast.
It is.
And we're here to have fun. You know, we're mainly broadcasting, and our broadcasters are used sponsorships. So if anybody wants to sponsorship our races, it's always appreciated. But it's a free league, so as many people as we can get in, we'll always try to get in. And I think it goes for everyone here that I say that we're all very proud of everything that's been going on for all three leagues in general. You know.
All right, well said. That's why we pay you the peanuts and the Cracker Jacks. But no, guys, thank you for the announcements, helping me with all that. That's right. Tomorrow night, biggest race in Blackout history. It's bigger than Camp Kings. It's bigger than HSRA. It's bigger than the guys that counted us out. Screw you, just so you know, if you did count us out. We're going bigger, going home tomorrow night at Auto Club. 43 drivers, one champion, and one very special prize at the end of the season, where that's right, it is an exclusive LED trophy from 213 Simware from the network, doing it all. And you know what? On behalf of the Blackout Racing Network, who happens to umbrella all these guys, that's right. You might say you bring the baddest grid on the planet, but I truly do. Just saying, just throwing it out there. I'm out of here for the night, guys. I'm going to get these guys out of here.
You got the logo for tomorrow?
I
got the logo for tomorrow?
Flipper, we'll talk about that later.
Big race tomorrow. Big race. Everyone show up.
Yeah, here, we got that. Down to daycare, these guys go. I'm going to get them out of here. I'm going to get signed off, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you like what you see, you want to see more of this style racing, hit that like button, hit that sub button, because we're going bigger, going home tomorrow night. See ya. Have a good one.